so they are more than familiar with one another's tendencies and maybe more importantly, their weaknesses.
It's the Jets going up against the Bills.
So let's send you up to Orchard Park, New York. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just when you want on a first down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Second down following the run. They go to Michael again. Muscles him off. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Play fake here on first down. Backing up. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And here are the starters offensively, and one of the wideouts, Eric Decker.
Remember when he came out of school, out of Minnesota, and many thought he was nothing more than a number 2 or 3 receiver? He's proven everyone wrong. He's a guy who's a high-volume catcher and a terrific player downfield.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Christine Michael is the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, starting lineup for the Bills, and a disruptor on the line, certainly Shaq Lawson.
Loved him during his time at Clemson. Really, really liked him when he played in the national championship game because he wasn't 100%, had gotten hurt in the game before, and found a way back onto the field and made a difference.
Luck now to throw. The open man is Smith. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll try Michael on the right side. Room here to run. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it's first down, New York.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On the carry, Michael. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. but they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a fourth down.
So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, it's Taylor. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The catch is made. Benny Fowler. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. To throw on second down is Locke. Dancing to his left. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He got it stripped. You can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him, because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here's Locke. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. And now it's second down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Back to the air. Locke on second down. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Devin Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And so often we talk about electric playmakers as we look at the offense here. Sammy Watkins, he's an electric playmaker.
Love the word you used. Electric indeed. Dynamic. And this guy makes plays and opens the game up.
Second down following the incompletion. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The play clock's running down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Taylor to throw. Left side here, caught by Clay. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
There's a complete to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Taylor will throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, D. Milliner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll run it here with Michael. And some room to work. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 67 yards. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. Luck on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
10 yards still left on second down. Now a handoff. It's Christian Michael. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Third down and 12. Throwing on third down, Locke. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now a give. It's Michael. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be second and goal.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And he puts it through. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Let's go! Ohio! Let's go! Ryan 38!
Time running out here on the play clock. Taylor looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 yards there. And it's first down, Buffalo.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Be right. Easy.
To throw on second down is Locke. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just run a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Rivera's got it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 1st down, Luck. Smith catches left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again is Luck. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Defense showing blitz. Throwing is Luck. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Luck. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, there he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Here we go. 38.
On first down, it's Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the...
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. To throw on second down is Locke. And hauled in here by Rivera. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a first down throw. Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though? But
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Locke. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Folk's kick is good. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan. They're working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Watkins alone on the left side.
Let's go. What? Next round. Next round. There we go. What? Now.
2nd and 10. It's Taylor again. He's got it to West on the dump off. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Play action. Now Taylor. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcel Darius in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. Complete, the tight end Rivera. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And he'll lose yardage, brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
They run again with Michael. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So third and long. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And some room to roam now. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Charkandrick West hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go. 1-9. 1-9.
On design run for their wideout. And he's got room. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Devin Smith, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And here come the Bills. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They think their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they wanted to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now it's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On the run, this is Michael. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. 3rd and 2, Luck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
On the ground, it's Michael. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd down, here's Luck. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Third and long, it's Luck. The open man is Smith. 19 yards that time for number 19. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
On 1st and 10, Luck. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Another pistol look here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
We have so many different terms for 3rd down, 3rd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable. How about 3rd and medium? Because that's what this one was. The defense looked like they had him hemmed in, but he gets away, evades the rush, and picks up just enough for the first down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Luck on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Devin Smith, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense, can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. They'll throw on first down with Taylor setting up the screen for West. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd and goal from the 7. Here's West. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Tyrod Taylor with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Bills cut into that lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Taylor. He's got time. Gonna look deep for Wilson. They've got his man complete. A big play here for the Bills. 43 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Charles Clay is tied in the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open, and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And on 2nd and 10 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And you as a former defender should know that the referees are watching this closely, defensive holding.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys, but in this case, they were strict with the rule.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing again, it's Taylor. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And New York set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 15 yards there on the scramble and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. Taylor. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. So Luck down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.